We're just outside of Boulder City, and it looks like it's a bike trail all the way. We're hoping. Even though Google Maps doesn't show it. This is beautiful. Oh, passenger train. Woo! That was kind of cool.
My skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground and a perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la
What do you think of St. John's?
Yeah, with the pictures and descriptions, it was like stepping back in time. Yeah. And we have really no idea what the climate was back then, but it's easy to imagine that it's very similar to today, and it would be a very hard life. Yeah. So we're on the trail heading back, and I found something I wanted to so I don't always tell Tina everything, like the snake that was behind our tent, but so Tina doesn't like snakes, so this is a pretty good sized rattlesnake skin, and they only shed him when they get too big for him, so he's probably bigger. We've seen lots of burrow poop out here. I'm assuming it's burrow, and I really wish we would have seen one, but we didn't. Anyway, it's been a great day. Yeah, with going to Rogers Hot Springs and seeing the tropical fish. That was pretty cool. So, I mean, this was a pretty cheap trip to come out here and fly in and out of Las Vegas. And really, there's a bike trail that gets you right out of town. So it's an easy way to leave. Yeah. Yeah, you can get to Boulder City in a matter of minutes. And the cars here have to stop for the cyclist. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Even though we've been warned by some elderly people that be careful, they don't like cyclists around here. So, but it hasn't been the truth so far. Well, we got a lot of riding left to do, so we need to set up camp tonight. So let's get at it. Bye, Snake.
I need you like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you like the winter needs the spring. You know I need you. I need you.
day, I'd laugh the hours away.
This is Arizona Hot Springs landing. Tina just launched.
Then it came that I was put to blame for every
It's just a beautiful, calm day.
told about me.
But I'm pretty sure by 1 or 2 o'clock that will all change. Usually get a headwind coming up.
About me, I need you like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you.
You're far above the rocks.
Yes, I'll start it all again. You know I need
Good morning, Mrs. Stiller. How you feeling?
you. I need you
Yeah.
like the wind.
Well, I'll go get my Pictographs and I'll meet you here, okay?
I need you. Yes, I'll start it.
This is a beautiful looking building. What does it say? Oh, it's a school.
It says education was important to settlers. Practical construction of the Thomas schoolhouse. Parents provided a variety of places for the children of the schooling, including 10 trailers of the these steps. The steps these children are closed on rose a two-story masonry school constructed in 1950. The structure consisted of 4 classrooms, a large auditorium, and a space upstairs for dances and plays. The school with 8 grades.
In this picture, the windows are broke out. See that?
The churn, students bound for high school in nearby Overton bounced along in a converted Model T Ford truck lined with benches. Flora Keller remembers calling the bus the churn and having an uncomfortable ride over rough gravel and dirt roads.
They didn't have clutch rides like you.
Suspension ride.
Yeah. Hey, let's go check out the school. Again, I don't know if this is picking up, but there are just thousands and thousands of shells. Okay, step back into time, Mrs. Stiller.
A piece of grass, walking down the road.
Going back to school at 54 years old. Oh,
Tell me how long you gonna stay here.
did it say how many kids were here?
Some people say
So this would have been slots for boards to run across to fit into the concrete. So this would have been right here.
you don't care. I know. Been sure
I
how
wonder if that divided up the classrooms or what is the remnants, you know what I'm saying? Because they're perfectly symmetrical lines. There are 2 big pillars out front, so that is probably one pillar and that might be the other pillar right there. And the cistern is out back. So we have not noticed a cistern at every dwelling. I don't know if everyone had one or if they shared or what. So we're in the back of the school. Well, here's the pillars would have been right here too, and here's the pillars. So maybe the back and the front kind of mirrored. You kind of see some of the old bones out there. There's Mrs. Stiller. What a beautiful view, huh? Again, shells over here. This is water. So there's lots of evidence of like mules out here, and a mule with the runs. Hello! Oh, and I see a bucket right there, a thing with a hose on it. So this was where they had their groundwater, their cistern. I don't know if this is turning out at all, but pretty cool, pretty cool.
Oh, come on, Joe. You can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air.
Hi, Mrs. Stiller. Yeah, it does. Well, I don't want to leave the bikes up there unattended, so I know it's a hiking trail, but it didn't say no mountain biking, so.
Okay. Lawns had back taxes. Initially, the settlers of St. Thomas thought they were in Utah or Arizona territories, as the boundary lines weren't well defined. December 19, 1870, a boundary survey determined that St. Thomas was actually Nevada. County tax collectors demanded settlers pay several years of back taxes and gold or silver coins years. The settlers had little faith that the tax payments made to Nevada would be used responsibly, and they did not possess the required currency. As payments to Utah and Arizona were made by an informal bartering system. The townspeople turned to Brigham Young for advice. He allowed them to take a boat to stay at the The next day, December 20th, 1870, the majority, 63 to 2, were bound in St. Thomas. The original settlers departed, but because of the attractiveness of the area, St. Thomas was gradually repopulated over the next decade.
I can see why they were attracted to it. Look around. It's just beautiful. It's in the middle of a desert. So I know that this was all underwater not that long ago. It looks like something of a foundation right behind you. But the fact remains is that for most of its time here, this part of the earth was not, at least human settlement was not. This was it. So, anyway, let's take a look. Some more foundation here. Look at all these seashells. I mean, just thousands of them are shells. Soft sand. Tires. All good. See, it just said he can't ride this. Actually, these tree stumps that we're looking at, they've been underwater ever since the town was flooded. We've been seeing lots of horse or burro poop, but we haven't seen any horses or burro. So that tree stump has been underwater since the town was flooded. Here's an example right here. Oh, pretty cool. This was a very, very small, maybe home. There's no little easel here describing what this is. Lots of seashells inside. If this was somebody's home, this is very small. It's like a window or something underneath there. Wow. Yeah. Look at all these tree stumps. Imagine that these were all underwater. They're talking about the dismantle of the residence.
What is land we were? The Boulder Dam Act of 1928, signed into law by President Calvin Coolidge, authorized the construction of Boulder Dam. This meant the end for St. Thomas, as the rising waters of Lake Mead would eventually inundate the town. The government assembled a three-man committee, consisting of a local resident, Levi Cyphus, and Washington, D.C. treasurer, and C.C. Creel, to determine the value of these lands. Levi Cyphus determined the overall land value of $961,158,000. Yes, I'm back to
Of course, by everyone but the people who live here. See his house back in there.
In June 1938, there was his house on fire and left by boat as the water was lapping up.
Not finished yet, but almost there.
Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. Never take you down, never give you up. Never know until you try.
more tree stumps.
An oasis along the trail. St. Thomas was a major stop along the Arrowhead Trail. The Arrowhead Trail was the first designated automobile route between Salt Lake City and Los Angeles. The hard work of maintaining the road often cost the residents. They agreed to rake more than 100 miles of this dirt road to keep it in good condition throughout the year. The Arrowhead Trail was considered an all-weather road, as its route stayed at lower elevations, so it did not have to flood. This allowed the local economy to prosper.
Or donkeys. Horses and mules, yeah.
Virgin River Bridge, passing into sometimes treacherous waters. Virgin River The bridge burned in 1912. Would eventually flood town. The Arrowhead Trail was rerouted to the north. Today, Interstate 15 follows this route. Here's a view over here. And it has a home, and a freighter home, garage. It shows a
Oh, it's like straight ahead. So if we look straight ahead, we see some buildings down the side here and some trees. So this might have been a boulevard or a street. Well, it was.
Yeah, they had a blacksmith shop, a schoolhouse, and their homes, a post office, a gentry store, and a hotel.
So I wonder if that all the way down at the end was the schoolhouse, or was it the blacksmith? See, that looks like a chimney sticking up over there. And then what's this over to our right? So that was a home. Is this a home? Maybe it says on here.
Well, and it also says here, as you explore St. Thomas River, once provided shade throughout
The streets? Yeah.
St. Thomas was once covered by more than 70 feet of water. In the 18th and recently lived in a small town located visitors walk on the foundations.
Look at that. 1945, 1948, 1965, and 2012. I wonder if that's when it became exposed again, was in 2012.
The terrain is here. In 1911, construction began on a spur line of the San Pedro and Los Angeles Railroad from Mayopa to St. Thomas. Upon completion, trains arrived in the community pulling boxcars filled with commercial goods and refrigerated cars filled with ice for household use. At last, perishable food could be stored for longer periods of time. Residents were able to replace their wood, fire, and burlap desert coolers with ice boxes. Trains departed the valley with shipments of ore and salt from the outlying mining areas with fresh cantaloupe, watermelons, and other farm products for sale elsewhere.
Remember to spike, enlarge. Wouldn't that be fine? St. Thomas hosted a giant celebration on the day the railroad was completed, June 7, 1912. A contest was held on the name the most popular lady in Clark County. Wouldn't that have been something to be the most popular lady? That could be good or bad, right? The honor spike donated by Grand Gulch Copper Company. Lord Anderson. I don't know. That would be a treat, yes. Pretty cool. I wonder if this is the top of the canyon. That down there. Wood trim. Looks like, oh, the dividers underneath there. Maybe this house has basement. See the steel doors? See there? This one there. Oh my gosh. This was a cistern. It has water in it. And people trash, of course. Yeah, it's wet at the bottom. I don't think it's picked up in here, but the trail goes that way. Here's another one of those
The only thing it's missing is water.
There were plants and birds,
There's shrubs like all around.
there was sand and hills and rings.
Every home, life changed. Little through the decades.
Oh, you can see this you can see this house right there. Wow.
The perfect disguise above.
People dealt with daily struggles, suffocating and homeless were all too common for the settlers of the world. They were homemakers with
See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Consisted of a wooden box, draped in white or nice driving a board for refrigerated rail cars, and the community welcomed the use of ice boxes. Says here, my family told how difficult it was to sleep at night in the summer, and so richer people had a second story with a balcony where people could sleep as they could catch breeze. On the bottom floor was much hotter. To sleep at night, they would have a bucket of water by their bed, and they would wet a sheet and sleep with that over them. When the sheet dried up and it got too hot, they would wake up and get the sheet wet again in order for ice.
How would you have coped without electricity, without electric lights, air conditioning, and running water? Let's go look at some movies.
We used to laugh, we used to cry, we used to bow our heads then, wonder why. Now you're gone, I guess I'll carry on. Make the best of what you left to me. Left to me, left to me. I need you, like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you, like the winter needs the spring. You know I need you. I need you. Every day I'd laugh the hours away, just knowing you were thinking of me. Then it came that I was put to blame for every story told about me, about me, about me. I need you, like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you. I need you, I need you, like the winter needs the spring. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you. I need you, I need you,
chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Oh, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know.
This is kind of a cool place. Mine stuff, just a lot of old stuff. Well, here's an old airplane engine. Look at this, Teen. Wow. Amazing. Wow. This is insane.
She's not the kind to take you down for long. She knows and plays.
Well, what day is it, Tina? Is it Friday?
Friday, yeah.
So yesterday we rented a truck. Tina rented a truck and we went to Area 51. Look at the buzzer. We went to Area 51. Look at that. That's our tent up on top of that point. And we stayed overnight. It was kind of eerie, so we drove down the road for a little bit and we saw something floating sporadically with red flashing lights following the base of the mountain. And Tina says it's probably a drone, and it flew very much like a drone, and it just felt uncomfortable to go to sleep in the front end of a pickup. And I had visions I had visions of a drone looking at us through the window. So we went and parked and slept at the black mailbox. And in the morning we made breakfast, and we road bike out to the gate and took a picture and got a good stern warning. As we were leaving, we got the warning and we got out of there. So, yep. The water temperature here is warmer too. So below Lake Mead it's 54 degrees. So when we were rafting, it was 54 degrees. And here, I would bet the water's at least 70 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, time to do laundry, right? Let's see let's see how you do laundry, Tina. Yeah, you can't see much.
See where I'm going, so I'm a little bit like, you step in and it really like, you're sinking down in these rocks, you can still go right down.
Yeah. Okay. Do you need me to do a mark and set go? On your mark. Get set. Go. Does it feel good? Can you stand up there? Okay. Oh, awesome. Well, Tina, if you didn't ever knew that I swim like a rock, literally. And Tina, when we started dating in high school, was she was in AAU and she was a lifeguard. And so now that she's in the water, I can go swimming.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people.
Beautiful morning. Keep bumping into Frank and his sister, and I just did a video of their amazing adventures of the Americas. So it's just a gorgeous day. Temperatures are very, very comfortable. Breeze is out of the north still. They said that'll soon change and things are gonna get hot. I don't know what that means. Because if they say it's hot and we say it's hot, I think it's two different ideas.
Flying me back to Memphis, gotta find my Daisy Jane. Well, the summer's gone and I hope she's feeling the same. Well, I left her just to roam the city, thinking it would ease the pain. I'm a crazy man and I'm playing my crazy game. Does she really love me? I think she does. Like the stars above me, I know, because when the sky is bright, everything's alright. Flying me back to Memphis, honey, keep the oven warm. Well, the clouds are clearing and I think we're
before the storm. But I've been picking it up around me. Daisy, I think I'm sane. Well, I'm awful glad, and I guess you're really to blame. Blame. Do you really love me? I hope you do. Like the stars above me, how I love you. When it's cold at night.
Well, there is what we.
We're about 6 miles away from where we're going to stay for tonight, and Tina is making us some lunch. And what do you got there, Tina? Yeah, very simple. Yeah. And when you're very hungry, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I can't wait to go down to the dam and check it out. So, and tomorrow morning we're going to load the pack rafts, and then we're going to launch. So, and head down Black Canyon with these heavy bikes. So, but every time we have a meal, it gets a little bit lighter.
Eat a lot.
Yeah, eat a lot. Thanks for lunch.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I
Well,
met
we're up,
was
heading up from Nelson's Landing, and this is actually somebody's residence. And they give mine tours here, but they also let you go through some of their buildings and see about all their collecting. So they call themselves hoarders. So I took quite a few pictures of what it looks like and stuff. They allow you to go into a couple of the buildings. Check this out. I tried to get Tina to put her head and hands in there. Wouldn't do it. She just went in here. So let's see what this is. Wow. I mean, the whole place is full of, everywhere you turn, you just can't stop. Yeah, outboard motors, smoke cannons, smoke keg. I mean, every building has just tons of stuff. It's like everywhere you look is an unfinished project. Everything. Inside there, it was full of rattlesnakes on the ceiling. They get about 20 some a year. They relocate them now, but I think there was a day when they did not relocate them. But look at this. I think I could enjoy living there. Whatever pet was in that cage is passed on. Wow. Here's the view. Beautiful morning. We rolled into the Valley of Fire about 4 dark last night, and now we're going to go ride the park. They're exploring the hiking trail and stuff like that. This is so surreal. It's like being on another planet. So what do you think?
ocean is a desert with its life underground and the perfect skies above. Under the cities lies a heart.
Yeah, there's I think there's pictographs somewhere in here. Anyway, that's what I told you. I hope that, yeah, pictographs. So I hope that doesn't make me a liar. So hopefully we'll find those today too. Yeah. So we just bumped into a Iditarod buddy of mine. So wherever we go, it seems like you just we always see some. We always bump into someone we know, no matter where it is. So anyway, we bumped into Frank this morning. He's on a low right now. He's doing all kinds of crazy bike rides around the world, and it's good to catch up with him. He's my bike out first. Yeah, good to catch up. Oh, let's head on out and see if we can find today. grocery store? What was the other one?
Spring up along the dusty road. Reinhold and Solinda built the grocery store in Silfan, also known as a handmade ice cream parlor. The remnants of this building are before you. Pearson Nutter operated a grocery store just down the street. And William Sellers opened a cafe along the Arrowhead Trail. The Gentry Hotel provided lodging for them. Most people had to travel to St. Louis to offer their own banking. Many exchanges around town were carried out by these taxis, which were illegal tender. Many times a check was passed from person to person. Recipients would endorse the check and pass it on until there was no more approval on the check for endorsements. It was then returned to the maker. Checks were written for as little as 10 cents, and in a few cases, more than $5. They used a raft to navigate the flooded road past the former St. Thomas post office.
2 visitors at St. Thomas in 1930. All just went. So this is what we see today. I did find water in one of the cisterns. I think this is it. Now we're done full circle.
Just knowing you were thinking of me. Then it came that I was put to blame for every story told about me. About me, about me.
I need you like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you. I need you.
We have dinner guests. So it was amazing because yesterday she kept showing up with her husband, and this morning she brought the whole family. We still haven't fed them. So this has been a pretty active campsite. So we've had rattlesnakes. What'd you think of the snake? Right, it's actually right behind the tent. So it was. It's not there now.
I hate snakes.
So
Like a rattler.
we had, I don't know, a ground squirrel this last night trying to get into our bags. We didn't practice our own advice we give people is take your food off your bike. We were lazy that way, and we paid for it. So, and after we shooed him away, a rodent kept coming, and actually one of them opened the zipper up on my bag. So one of them was able to pull the zipper back and get into my bag. So amazing. This is not their first prom. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning in Black Canyon on the Colorado River. It's about 6 a.m. and we're going to make coffee and have breakfast with company.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how long you gonna stay here, Joe. Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Bet you're highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine.
There's Mama.
You're gonna go, I know. Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your day.
Tomorrow morning we'll launch below this bridge on the Colorado River side, below the dam. Amazing. Wow, wait. Nice thing about being on a bike, you can change from a vehicle to a pedestrian really, really fast. Yep. Wow. Well, here we are. Wow.
There's a little girl out lying on her own. She's got a broken heart. She's not the kind to take you down.
Hey, Joe. What you doing?
Your tire flatted on the boat today.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, just
It's sitting there on the
starts
boat.
going, what is that sound? It's tied on a boat. Well, the more, of course, the temperature got into probably the mid-90s today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's a black tire. So anyway, taking advantage. Oh, can you believe that?
Oh shit.
Right off the bat. So taking advantage of having water.
It helps.
There's one. Let's see if there's any more.
This definitely helps to find a flat
Yeah.
quicker.
And you can, I mean, this is a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Standing in the water after a hot day.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay.
So we made it. This is
Burrow wash.
We have 9 or 12 more miles to go downstream. We have about a 7-mile steep ride out of the valley.
Yeah. We just found out there's no resupply of water, anything whatsoever, for quite some time.
Leave the river, we'll leave it.
Yep.
Well, let's go past this.
Okay.
Now, this is the idea for the night.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the topography has changed drastically. Farther upriver, closer to Hoover Dam, sheer granite walls and volcanic rock walls. Now it's more tapered, more washes, even steep ones you can't navigate through, but definitely a difference in terrain. So.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people, thinking that love has left them dry. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. You never know until you try. Well, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm back to stay. Well, I'm on my way.
back to Memphis. Gotta find my Daisy Jane. Well, the summer's gone and I hope she's feeling the same.
Where are we going now, Mrs. Stiller? Mouse's tank.
City, thinking it would ease the pain. I'm a crazy man.
Yeah,
I'm playing
I bet it doesn't reach 100 today. And I think there might be some Pictographs back here.
Does she really love me? I think she does. Like the stars above me, I know because when the sky is bright, everything's alright. Flying me back to Memphis. Honey, keep the oven warm. Well, the clouds are clearing, and I think we're over the storm. But I've been picking it up around me. Daisy, I think I'm safe. Well, I'm awful glad, and I guess you're ready to play. Do you really love me? I hope you do. Like the stars above me, how I love you. It's cold at night. Everything's alright. Does she really love me? I think she does. Like the stars above me, I know because
They don't like the big hand in there.
the sky is bright. Everything's alright.
Well, that's what the fish look like underwater. I hope this turns out at Rogers Hot Springs.
I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to
You can see we're standing right up front. You can see these angles right here on the building are right over here. So this would have been the entry right here. You can see how the stonework angles over here. Isn't that pretty cool? Is this pretty cool or what? Pizza plumbing.
in the desert. You can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no
No plumbing out here.
to give you no pain.
I don't think this is vintage glass. Well, maybe some of it is. There's canning jars and beer bottles. Some of this could be legit. Yeah. Looks like leaf springs from an old car.
pretty cool. Little glass plate right here. Oh, this is real pretty, isn't it? Square nail.
There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground and a perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La, 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 la.
This morning I'm giving you a little view of Nelson's Landing. It's 97 degrees right now this morning. The temperature dipped down about 10 degrees difference about an hour ago, but this pocket right here is pretty warm. So this is what it looks like. That looks owie. He's got an owie on his shoulder. See his owie.
Just know you were thinking of me.
You're friendly, aren't you?
Then it
Wish we
came
could fix your owie.
that I was put to blame for every story told about me. About me, about me.
I need you like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you. I need you. I need you like the winter needs the spring. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again. You know I need you. I need you. I need you. Like the flower needs the rain. You know I need you. Guess I'll start it all.
Finally, we can get back on our bikes. Well, till we maybe get down there. Oh, breeze feels good.
even if it's created with just from the speed. Says Hoover Dam 1 mile. Shortcut 12% grade. Want to take shortcut? Right turn. That looks pretty. Which way do you want to go? This way? Okay. Wow. Oh wow.
There's a little girl out lying on her own. She's got a broken heart. She's not the kind to take you down for long. She knows and plays it smart. And if she's coming, she sure no more. She's heard no whistle blowing from the dark. She feels like leaving and she don't know why. Without no bridges she's trapped, so I sigh.
This thing. And we just noticed there's some pictographs on the side of the trail here. I don't know if this is coming out very good on the GoPro. 4,000 years old, graffiti, pretty amazing. That could be your digs for the night, team. Little cave up there. Yeah. Come on, Let's go check out. Oh, look at way up there. Do you see way above your head? Let's go check out what's this thing. See what that is.
Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try to deny I'm living on the other side.
It's like a little velodrome, teen. Oh, there it is. There's Lake Mead.
Hey, Joe. Another rope to climb. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh wow, that looks like a tricky one. Like, where do you go? What's it look like? What's it look like up there?
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. I'll never take you down or never give you up. You'll never know until you try.
Flying me back to Memphis. Gotta find my Daisy Jane. Well, the summer's gone and I hope she's feeling.
Give you a little look of our surroundings on the river today.
Well, I left her just to know the city.
We're about mile marker 53? Yeah, I think that's it over there on the left-hand side, team. Yeah, Emerald Cave is over there, and right in front of us is the old gauging station. I believe that there was someone on a regular basis had to check the depth of the river. And if you see, there's a cable-driven dolly over there on the other side. Well, I think there's a trail on the left-hand side. See it, Teen? See where the cable kind of goes in to the side of the hill? Yeah. And then there's a trail. If you look really close, it's a single track trail. But in my mind, to me, it looks like it disappears really fast. So, pretty crazy. So there it is. I don't know if you can see it. Probably wasn't a lot of tourism back then. So there's a dolly that they would have to pull themselves across on. Early day zip line. They were ahead of their time. They pull themselves across. Can you imagine that? So yeah, you know, when you get a chance, bring me another pair of leather gloves. Anyway, so now we're gonna head to Emerald Cave.
Sky is bright, everything's alright.
Family business. Postmaster Harry Gentry built the Gentry store next to the hotel. This was a daily stop for most residents who got goods and shared news while waiting for the mail to arrive at the post office. My family canned peaches, pears, apricots, grapes, and delicious Isabel and Concrete grape juice. Most of this was sold to Gentry.
Right next to the Gentry Hotel. And the post office. You can see the foundation, see the steps right out front there, the store, and there's the foundation from the old stoop, which is pretty cool. It was concrete, it wasn't wood. I think that was their home. The Gentry's home right there. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome that somebody went through all this effort to put this up to help us recall some history in America.
After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of.
Well, just below the bridge, there's a little outcropping of rocks, and it is actually a marker for Sauna Cave. So this is a cave that is has a hot spring running from it. We're gonna go up and take a look at it. Let's head up there, team. Yeah, here, let me fix your. Yeah, there a little bit. There you go. Wherever yours. Yep. You got it all twisted up.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead. All right.
After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds,
How low can you go?
there was sand and hills and rain. The
Well,
ocean
thank you.
is a desert with its life underground and the perfect disguise above.
Yeah.
Under the cities lies a
Is it over there?
but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there
As
ain't
long as they're heavily insured by a loved one, I think it's not necessarily a bad thing.
You guys got the right attitude.
Which I know my wife has me insured, so wow, this is kind of cool. Go ahead and head up there with your slippery cycling shoes and your metal cleats. Yeah, come on, let's go. Here, you hold that camera, I'll go up there. Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at you go down in there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't stick your head in here.
Breathe anything.
Yeah, there's a little microbe that will, come on up, T. Have me the camera. There's a little microbe that can get into your, I don't know, your brain or your bloodstream,
Your brain.
cavity. So, yeah, this will let you see what the climb looks like. So, okay. Reach for the stars. There's Colorado in the background. Yep, come on in.
Oh my god, it's hot.
No, it's not. It's warm. It's like warm. It's like bath water. Good bath water.
Creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Oh my god, it's super creepy. Oh.
Yeah,
What am I putting my feet in now?
I know. Well, here's what it looks like. Oh, it's very steamy. I have a flashlight. Let's try and go down this so I can see what it's like.
Just knowing you were thinking of me. Then it came that I
There we go.
to blame.
So really kind of a struggle with cycling shoes because, well, I think you all know. Look at all the crystals on the sidewalls and stuff like that. Ooh, look at this. It's getting lower. The water's not as deep. What's this? Water seeping from the ceiling. Look at that. Some mineral deposits. Are you coming? I'm going all the way to the end. Oh, the water is getting to almost nothing. Do you want to see what it, oh, there's the end, right there. Do you want to see what it looks like inside here without? And there you have it. And there's Tina. Let's go all the way to the end. You should come to the end, team. It's just a stream up here. Look at all the mineral deposits on the walls. Wow. Very creepy. It's like the movie Alien. Wow. Well, you gotta come see. Stalagmites, mineral deposits. Oh. So this is one of the main sources right here that's causing all this water. It's just absolutely beautiful in here. What do you think, Teen? Come on up and then we'll head up. So there are a lot of hot springs. This is only a cave I know about, but there are a lot of hot springs that are on this route that we are going to experience on the river the next few days. So go up and touch it and see what you think. Of course I didn't. You're the guinea pig. You're the one I make go first. Is it smooth and silky?
So are you melted yet?
Yeah.
Look at your face.
I'm sweating it out right now.
It's a sauna cave. All right, so that's all for now. We're gonna head on out.
My shirts are wet from just the sweat.
You can see, I'm gonna shut the light off now. So shut your light off. Let's just use the outside light to give you an idea what that looks like. Now the water is getting cooler. See, now when we got into the water, it felt hot. But now, being that we got all the way up there where it's really hot, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And there's the Colorado River again. Wow. Well, this was a nice stop. Are you glad I made you do this? Are you glad, you're glad I made you do this?
Ooh, cool air.
I know. You're not saying yes. Should we go jump in the 54-degree water?
Yes.
Let's go.
That'll be awesome. That'll be interesting. See.
And if she's coming, she's sure no more. She's heard no whistle blowing from the dark. She feels like leaving and she don't know why. Without no bridges, she's trapped. So I sigh. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try to die living on the other side all your life.
Be a good place to have lunch. I haven't seen no cycling pictures yet, or signs. Go across the bridge. Warning, do not allow the water to enter your nose. Holy smokes. Amazing. Wow.
Little fish in there.
Well, there's supposed to be tropical fish in there. Look at this. No, they're not. I want to wreck the tree. Definitely warm. Look at, you can see them all over. Little marks. And I don't know what kind of fish they are.
Yeah, I know. Definitely no bonus, right?
Yeah. Well, my hand will be gone right now. So, can you think of a better place to have lunch, Mrs. Stiller?
Yeah, this will be perfect.
Okay, let's go have something to eat, and then check out the hot springs. Let's sit and wash the salt off.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people thinking that love has left them dry. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. You never know until you try. Well, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm back to stay. Well, I'm on my way.
Lots of black. Just a beautiful view.
Thinking that life is past them by.
A little bit last night, it was early this morning. Now it's 5 o'clock.
Don't give up until you
I'm more comfortable with it.
never take you down or
I was looking at the map to see what we're doing.
What's in the plans?
Oh, well,
never know until
St. Thomas
you
and also Rogers Springs, which apparently has a bunch of tropical fish in this pond.
So
They had started years ago and never took off. It's a tropical fish place.
So St. Thomas is a town that used to exist out here, and when they built the dam and raised up Lake Mead, it became underwater. And that is up in this area right here. And since Lake Mead, well, it looks like it's up compared to the reports that I've heard in the past, but to our trip, but I heard that it is 130 feet below what it's supposed to be. So what it did is it exposed St. Thomas, and so now it's foundations and stuff that are left over there, and we wanted to go see that. And also, like Tina was saying, is Rogers Hot Springs, which is right there. And what Rogers Hot Springs was used for is because of the water temperatures being consistently around the 70-degree mark year-round, they had tropical fish there, and there's supposed to be tropical fish still there today. So we want to go check that out and see what that is, and maybe see that hot spring. So it's pretty exciting. This is our view this morning outside of our tent. It's really pretty. I love the northern breeze, like them in Arizona. Let's have breakfast. Saturday.
Like the stars above me, I know because the sky is bright, everything's alright. Flying me back to Memphis. Honey, keep the oven warm. Well, the clouds are clearing, and I think we're over the storm. But I've been picking it up around
To look at petrified trees. They keep them all in cages so they don't get away. Or vandalism. But right up here is the biggest lizard so far that we have seen on our trail. And I know this is a GoPro, and they usually don't do a very good job of showing things like this. I have not seen any lizards. We are heading up to Mount St. Charles. We just camped at the base last night, and this is Lee Meadows, and they have wild horses around here. We had heard about the wild burros and that they were a protected species, but
These are horses, not birds. Look, there's a colt over there.
I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds.
Hello.
The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
It's a beautiful
In the
morning.
desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
So now what do you do? Because we have unleaded fuel here.
No problem, I was
You're lying to me. So you said you advanced the timing?
yeah, I was not changing. The time level is very low. The raw height is 98.
Uh-huh.
So it's very nice.
Yeah. You forgot about the dirt and water and all the other stuff they put in the little villages to make it go farther.
And like there is no water.
A secondary fuel filter? Yep. Oh, awesome. And then where's the distributor in this? Because you said, is it like the American version where you can turn to change the timing? Oh yeah. Very simple. Awesome. Yep. And now tell me about your trip. So what are you doing now? I see the map. Oh. And so the axis is where you've been.
We arrived here in Montevideo.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, yep. Uh-huh. So what has been your favorite? Yeah, because everything is so different. Everything has its own favorite.
Very, very good in the nature.
Yeah. Well, I hope Americans are friendly too.
Yes.
So far, some are. Yeah. So and it's right here.
Then we go to Halifax.
Uh-huh. I see you got a little bit of solar up on top. What are you doing for refrigeration? Are you? Yep. Ice. Using dry ice? Just regular ice. Regular ice, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, this is the biggest poop shovel I ever seen. Oh yeah. Yeah. And everyone here is like 5'6", 5'7", or less. So yeah. So I've never seen a Citroen with a cab with a box on it before. It's
Two-seater truck.
Trek it. Okay. So this was built for trekking, like you're using it for right now. It wasn't like a service vehicle that.
It was originally used by the post office.
And is this a twin? I'm not. So it's like the BMW engine, right? Yeah. 62 cc. I got a bigger. Yeah. This is really cool too. Everything has a reason. And then what is this? This is the bumper. Is that for putting up like an awning or something? Okay. Yeah. Does she move around a lot at night? Yeah, that's what I thought. Will you stop moving? This is so awesome. And now, if you don't know Citroens, the one thing I knew about when I was in Germany is they're really cool because, if I remember correctly, if you get a flat tire, you can just change the weight distribution. And if you have to, you can run on 3 tires, right? Well, maybe not this.
That's not that one. It's the other one.
The car?
It's when, GS.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
you can drive it when you have 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Not this one.
That's a e-tron.
Yeah, that is a 9-star? Okay.
Christian model, it's made by
Okay, yep. And so that are you running diesel or gas to use for your heater? Diesel, yep. So how many miles per gallon do you get on this rig? Oh, I'm sorry to throw gallons. I'm such an American. Okay. So to American, how many is that? 19,000?
18,000 feet.
Well, the highest you'll find in North America, I know it's Evans and Pikes Peak, and they're both 14s in North Colorado. I don't know of any paved road. Well, you guys probably. Does it? Yeah. That would be a great video. Are you doing a video documentary of your whole adventure? You should! That would be cool. So, yeah. That would be a YouTube trip to follow, so that'd be cool. Yeah, no, exactly.
Across Canada in the winter because it's going to be, they go to Vancouver and then Prudhoe Bay.
Thank you so much.
Done by September. So by September they're going to start. When they can't find tires, that legal, because that's what we have.
We just started tires.
They couldn't find that size, so they'll have chains.
Yeah.
But
You're using chains or cables with chain crossings?
yeah, so they're really good.
Well, awesome. So to associate you with this guy, yeah, the whole family is this way. It's obviously in the gene pool. So. Oh yeah. I would go with that too.
Like the winter needs the spring, you know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again, you know I need you. I need you. I need you. Like the flower needs the rain, you know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again, you know I need you. I need you. I need you. Like the winter needs the spring, you know I need you. Guess I'll start it all again, you know I need you. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air. In the air.
It's absolutely beautiful. What's that?
You can get away from Las Vegas to some nature. Look at this, Las Vegas.
Huh?
Very far away.
And it's a cheap destination, so you're looking for a cheap bikepacking trip. And I'm not suggesting to go in June when you could see temperatures in the hundreds, but wow. stay on trail.
Good luck, Joe. Oh yeah. Yikes. The water's very powerful and the rocks are very slippery.
There's a little girl out lying on her own. She's got a broken heart. She's not the kind to take you down for long. She knows and plays.
Well, we are at White Dome, and right now we're heading to what this is called a slot canyon. Slot canyon. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
This is for all the lonely people.
Heading down to the launch. Tina's already down there with her boat and mine. This is where we have to be escorted in and buy permits to launch our boats. I'm gonna sneak right around you, okay? Hi, good morning, Mrs. Stiller.
Good morning.
Let's get these bikes tied up.
Good morning, Mrs. Stiller. How you doing?
Good to be firmly on the road.
Our bikes are loaded.
Very.
Very loaded.
Yeah.
we are officially leaving Las Vegas. So, and that's what we're titling this trip. With that said,
we're actually on a bike trail, which
Yeah.
is very nice.
yeah,
In Las Vegas.
we're on our way now to head to Walmart to pick up a few things. We shipped our food out to our Airbnb a few days ahead, and Tina had a Garmin shipped in from Garmin that she was having problems with, that her husband wasn't able to fix. So anyway, but it's a beautiful morning. Well, we're all packed up and ready to go. So this was our digs for last night. So yesterday we pulled out all our food last night and put it in there, and we left all our bags zipped open to try to eliminate stuff like this from rodents trying to eat their way in. With that said, they still climbed in the bags, walked around. We had evidence because my bag was full of poop and it tried to eat the inside of the bag even though there was no food in there.
So last night I heard scratching. I'm like, huh. So I picked up sand and I just threw it at the bikes, and then it would go away for a while. Then a little bit later I hear more rocks I'm throwing at the bikes.
So,
Little rodents do it away.
yeah. So anyway, was our attempt to try to eliminate gear from being damaged from predators. That's what I'll call it, is a predator. So being we're not going to be on the water for a few days, we changed up our bike packing a little bit. We still have our stanchions, the stringers on our paddle down here on the bike. I have my blades back here. I'm able to carry them back there and have enough clearance. Tina isn't with her bike because she's so little and everything is so little, so she's still carrying them in the back of her camelback. But she does have the arms on the down tube. So we have our boats packed into our frame bag. So inside of our our bar rolls, we have our sleeping bag, half the tent. We each have half the tent, and our sleeping bag, tent, boat,
I have a down jack.
and hers. Yeah. So that's all in this roll. So it really collapses down pretty small. So
It's amazing. I have a boat on our bike.
yeah. But the main goal is to see how close we can get the weight to center of gravity, and so we've just been experimenting with things we haven't done before. This is actually this way I did it when I was in Vietnam and Laos for about a month. So it's where we all carried them, is up front here. But anyway, it's time to ride out. It's getting hot already, so we know it's going to be a scorcher of a day. So we have all our water. We filtered all our water this morning. There we go. A little soft. Today is we were trying to get back towards at least Hoover Dam. Government Wash should be great if we can make it to Government Wash today. We'll see how that all goes. So, isn't it beautiful? Great morning, even though it's starting off toasty. This could be a long ride today. Or walk.
Cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 2 days,
This is Emerald Cave. Right up there above us is a channel.
for the guide station. See that up there? Yeah. Okay. We were in one earlier yesterday that had that just beautifully glowed green, but I think that one was called something Deer Cave or something. I think if the sun was, if it was later in the day, it would probably be more brilliant. The sun is directly above us right now, and so that kind of changes the aesthetics of it. Should we head on down the Willow? I think we're maybe 3 miles away. We'll have lunch there, make a plan where we're going to spend the night. How much further we'll paddle down? It's still early yet. It's 11:45. So, yeah. Top of the morning. We don't have to rely on anybody. We call it no boundaries. No boundaries. Are you all coming up from Willow? It's busy. You can tell we're getting close to Willow. It's a major launch, and I think there's a general store there. So we will get some resupplies there, dump our poo. I think there's a poo dumping station, so a lot of great things. Get rid of the trash. Plan how much further we're going down river tonight. Give you another quick look.
To laugh, we used to cry, we used to bow our heads then, wonder why. Now you're gone, I guess I'll carry on. Make the best of what you left to me, left to me. I need you like the flower needs the rain, you know I need you.
Water, precious water. Using picks, shovels, and salt to get built an irrigation system in the river. By 1869, the system had been extended upriver to provide the town with a more uniform water source. The ditches and concrete lines canals wound through the town for water. Located 21 systems allowed people to draw buckets of water for their daily use. Each held a several months supply of water, which was filtered through charcoal and sand. The smallest member of the family was lowered into the cistern once a year to scrub the walls. Today the cisterns, some of the 8 feet, are covered with iron grates for safety reasons.
Yeah, they didn't want small children going down there and scrubbing them out, right?
Children playing in the water will
Then it came
maintaining the irrigation system.
that I was put to blame for every story told about me. About me.
That's about it.
About me.
Pull up a bucket of water out of the ditch and put it in a big barrel. Then we put ashes in to soften the water.
I think when they say ashes, I think they mean coal. Because coal is used for building. That's why we're doing it today. Right to that.
Like the winter needs the spring, you know I need you. Guess I'll start it all.
And we're out this morning. Here is our camp spot. Give you another bird's eye view of it, or not bird's eye, but that's where we spent the night with a rattlesnake, a rodent, a ground squirrel, and lots of ducks. So planning this trip out, a lot of the reading or research told me that to be wary of the water changing its levels sporadically all day long. And so when I read that, I was thinking about what it's like for us back home on the Missouri River. So they usually, if they let out, they'll let out in the morning, is what I've been more accustomed to. And that's not like that here. So the water literally goes up and down almost every hour. You can see a difference in level fluctuation. We had to come pretty close up to our tent last night, and if you've ever been bikepacking or pack rafting with me and Tina, you'll know that every time we set up camp, I put sticks in the water so I can monitor the water level, and I had 4 different sticks in the water last night, didn't I? Yep. So we had a guest last night, ate our tortillas, actually opened the zipper of my frame bag and basically crawled in and ate our tortillas. Yeah, so this is this Arizona Hot Springs? Okay. I know that really if you want to make distance on the river, the best time is in the morning before the wind comes up. But we want to stop here. Tina wants to check it out, so we'll check it out. Today we want to make it down to Willow or something, or just past Willow. We'd like to make the journey down to Nelson's Landing short because we have to pack the bikes up. There's a steep climb out of this canyon that we're in to where we're going to camp for the night. So there's lots of uncertainties. You can plan your trips on Google Maps and stuff like that, but when you get in reality, sometimes roads aren't roads. Anyway, that's all for now.
Venture highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air.
St. Thomas Ghost Town. Do you want to read it, Teen?
The less muddy river valley shown below is dramatically changed in January 1865, when the town's namesake Thomas Smith and nearly a dozen Mormon men and women arrived at the confluence of the Virgin and Muddy Rivers to build the community of St. Thomas. Brigham Young, president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, called for the settlement along the freight route from the Colorado River to Salt Lake City. The Colorado River was just 23 miles to the south. St. Thomas struggled to survive in the early years, but the settlers were hardy and with a determined spirit, set about establishing this Mormon settlement in the middle of Mojave Desert. By 1866, 45 families were building homes and planting crops in the Muddy River Valley. Brigham Young was the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints from 1847 until his death in 1877. Church members referred to themselves as Latter-day Saints or Mormons. We're going to go take a look at a house foundation typical of those at St. Thomas today. Because Lake Mead's water has dropped so dramatically, we can now see these ghost towns
or we can see the town of St. Thomas, which is considered a ghost town now. So we should see some old foundations and stuff like that. It says metal detectors prohibited. And the trail is 2.5 miles. Like, travel at your own risk. Trail is not maintained. Let's go check it out. Smoke. Well, there were no signs that said no mountain biking. It does call it a hiking trail, but I didn't want to leave our bikes up there unattended, so haters will hate. Lots of seashells. Tons and tons of seashells. I don't know if this is picking it up, but can certainly tell it was underwater at one time. Wow. Shells, not necessarily seashells. The whole trail infused with them. Wow, lots and lots of shells. I don't know if those little white specks are showing up, but wanted back taxes. Well, here we are. End of the scenic route. White Dome. Yeah. Amazing. The texture of the stone reminds us a lot of Moab, so it's very grippy. Is it Raven? What do you think, Gene? It's beautiful. Yeah, he just ran up there.
Like the stars above me, I know because the sky is bright, everything's alright.
The heat was hot and the ground was dry.
Pretty cool, huh? Big horn.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name. There ain't no one to give you no pain. La 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 la.
This is a little bit of a climb. Just so beautiful.
There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The ocean is a desert with its underground and the perfect disguise above. Under the cities, ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
There's Tina.
It's steep.
Is that getting your juices flowing? Now we're coming into the tunnels. Oh wow, one right after another. Be neat to camp in one of these for the night, wouldn't it? Oh yeah. Feels so good. We stopped by the visitor center to fill up our water bottles, have something to eat, and wet our gear down. Boy, is that a game changer when you're able to do that. Hi. Bats in here. Do you see any bats?
Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Oh, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, the days are
where we are, I'm pretty sure this is Gold Strike Canyon. So we just come up some hot spring tiers that were made with sandbags and stuff like that, and we're heading up, and I'm pretty sure that this is that spot. So, is this amazing or what? Look at all the mineral deposits. Wow. Yeah. Is this cool or what? Just absolutely beautiful. Yep. There's a lot of great places in America to go exploring. So yeah, next time you think about going to Las Vegas, bring your bike, right? Bring your bike.
And a pack raft.
And a pack raft.
She's coming, she showed no mark. She's heard no whistle blowing from the dark. She feels like leaving and she don't know why. Without no bridges she's trapped, so I sigh. Go cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Go try to die living on the other side all your life.
Mining brought prosperity to the community for a few decades. Salt and sand were mined nearby. Minerals such as copper, silver, and gold were abundant in bones in the East of St. Louis. During World War I, copper prices were high. The abandoned war, the price of copper crashed, causing an immediate downfall.
Grand Gulch Mine, where we got it.
It was one of more of 40 active mines in the area. In the early 1900s, wagons hauled supplies to the mines, and between load and storm, such a weight that the ore was taken to a ditch.
So,
So, an example of salt and rock. Stone axe hand.
hey, you can't take them. It's illegal to take anything out of here. Hey,
Pots, her.
you be good. Try to find it.
Middlefield, Bunkerville, Street, St. George.
St. Thomas in Las Vegas.
And on that with mining districts was the numerous
This foundation was over here. Wonder if that was the blacksmith shop. Let's go check it out.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people, thinking that love has left them dry. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. You never know until you try. Well, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm back to stay. Well, I'm on my way back home. Get it?
to Memphis. Gotta find my Daisy Jane. Well, the summer's gone, and I hope she's feeling the same. Well, I left her just to roam the city, thinking it would ease the pain. I'm a crazy
How are you doing this morning?
man, and I'm playing my crazy game. Does she
We're on our way up to St. Charles.
like the stars above me? I know
Yeah. And there's some wild horses along the road up. So this is Papa, and Mama is over here.
flying me back to Memphis. Only keep me open. The clouds are clearing, and I think we're over the storm. But I've been picking it up around me. Daisy, I think I'm sane. Well, I'm awful glad, and I guess you're really to blame. Blame. Do you really love me? I hope you do. Like the stars above me, how I love you. It's cold at night, everything's alright. Does she really love me? I think she does. Like the stars above me, I know because the sky is bright, everything's alright.
So far this morning's been a combination of walking and riding.
I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain.
But it's still a beautiful morning.
The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse.